What is good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider Alex back with yet another video for you guys. Anybody that is new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, let's jump right into the topic of this video. So it's been pretty quiet the past couple weeks for the Raiders, but recently the Raiders just made a move today that I think could definitely change the trajectory of this Raiders defense, and specifically the linebacker group. The Raiders have officially went out and signed linebacker Germaine Pratt to a one-year contract with a base salary of $4.25 million. And this contract includes up to $500,000 in playtime incentives. Now, when it comes to this Raiders defense, I mean, going into this offseason with us getting a new head coach and Pete Carroll, there was an expectation that this defense was going to look a lot different. Now, we did retain our defensive coordinator, Patrick Graham, but despite that, this offseason, there was a lot of players that were key pieces to that Patrick Graham defense that ended up walking in free agency this year. That includes linebacker Robert Spillane, safety Trayvon Merrick, cornerback Nate Hobbs. So the Raiders definitely had some holes to fill this year in the offseason, and one of them was definitely at the linebacker position. Now, we did address it in free agency, going after former Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker Landon Roberts, a hard-hitting, run-stuffing linebacker. We also went out and got linebacker Devin White, who was a really good athlete at the linebacker position. Should give you some upside as a potential pass rushing type of linebacker as well. But despite those two pickups, I still thought we needed to address this position. And the Raiders didn't really address it at all in the NFL draft. They waited until the 7th round to select linebacker Cody Lindenberg. So just in general, coming off of free agency and the NFL draft, I thought the linebacker group was definitely still a huge position of need for the Raiders, and I thought they could definitely go after a good veteran. That would be a good move for this team, and that's exactly what they did with Germaine Pratt. Now, Germaine Pratt just came available a couple days ago, so that's what makes this such exciting news. Nobody was really sure whether or not he was going to hit the open market. I mean, Germaine Pratt, still 29 years of age, a 6'3", 250-pound linebacker. He's strong, physical, really good against the run, has been known to rack up tackles, be really good stuffing the run. And when it comes to pass coverage, that's not really what he's known for, but he does have a knack for coming up with interceptions or just in general creating turnovers. And I think at this stage in the offseason, this is a phenomenal pickup for the Raiders. And at the end of the day, they signed him to a one-year contract, a very low risk, high upside type of signing, and it's at a position of need. He's a veteran as well. He gives you a lot of experience, and he will be able to contribute in a big way, I think, for this defense. And very likely there could be a good chance that he will be a day one starter for us going into the regular season. And I definitely like this because the way the linebacker group was looking, it was very thin. Sure, we had some young players in Cody Lindenberg and Amari Gaynor, Tommy Eichenberg, etc., but none of those guys really scream that they would be good plug-and-play pieces for this defense. And that is exactly what the Raiders got with Germaine Pratt. He's a former third-round pick, and you're talking about a guy that the past 4 seasons he's been really productive. In 2021, he had 91 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, and one of those was a game-sealing interception in the playoffs against the Raiders. In 2022, 99 tackles. 2023, he had 118 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions. And last season, he led the Bengals with 143 tackles, top 10 in the NFL in this category, 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles. But ultimately, what led him to be available is the fact that back in February, he requested a trade after the Bengals fired their defensive coordinator. And after the Bengals tried to find a trade partner, nothing materialized, so that eventually led to him being released a couple days ago. And that's where the Raiders came in and swooped him up a one-year deal. And he was a player that was getting interest from other teams. So like I said, I think this is a phenomenal pickup. Really, when I looked at this defense overall, I thought we had two glaring needs. One of them was the linebacker position. We addressed it with this signing. And another position of need I still see for this defense is the slot cornerback position, which hopefully we can address that still. There's another player on that Bengals defense that is available, and that is slot cornerback Mike Hilton. I really like what he could bring to the slot cornerback position. He's a guy that has a vast amount of experience at the nickel cornerback spot. He's another physical player, really good against the run, a really solid tackler, and at the bare minimum, he's going to give you really good depth, but I think very likely he could be the starting nickel cornerback for us. If we went ahead and made that move, we'll just have to see what the Raiders end up doing. We still have quite a bit of cap salary. I know yesterday we had about $36 million according to Spot Track. I don't know how exactly that's going to change with us signing Germaine Pratt now, but at the end of the day, it's not like he broke the bank or anything like that. So the Raiders still definitely have enough money to go out and get another player. I personally see the nickel cornerback position as a big need. Now, some people still think that we should maybe go after an outside cornerback, and a guy like Jair Alexander is on the open market now as well. He could potentially be another one of those low risk, high reward type of signings. He's a great player when he's out there, but his biggest issue is he has not been able to stay healthy. So look, if the Raiders want to take a gamble in that sense, I could definitely understand them doing that, but it all depends on what type of contract he is going to command, because like I said, you can't really invest a whole lot of money into this guy just because he has missed so many games in the past few seasons. So something you definitely got to watch out for. But when it comes to Germaine Pratt, like I said earlier, he excels at tackling, has over 100 tackles the last 2 seasons, 6 career interceptions, and 8 forced fumbles. This is a guy that has a knack for the football, finds ways to create turnovers, and I absolutely love that. If this defense can do that, if we can get pressure on quarterback, and if we just got guys that go after the football, if we're able to take the ball away, create turnovers, that does huge things for this defense. Now, according to some Bengals fans last season, Germaine Pratt did show slower reactions and he did have some issues with tackling, but at the same time, with him having that many tackles, sure, he is going to have some missed tackles. And really, I don't think it's that big of a deal. At the end of the day, it's a 1-year, $4.25 million contract. We have a huge need at the linebacker position. And like I said, I think very well he could be a starter for this team. So just a phenomenal pickup here late in the offseason by this Raiders front office. A great signing by our general manager. And I think this is a huge step in the right direction for this defense, shoring up a big hole. But we will just have to see if they make any more moves, if they choose to address the cornerback position at some point. But Raider Nation, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below of this signing, of this pickup. Let me know. But with that being said, that is all I have for you guys in today's video. Anybody that is new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, I will see you guys in the next one.